Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fastening binti Muhammad Yusuf. Today I'm going to present about mechanical fastening process with my friend Hidayah. So this is an overview for our today's presentation. So our presentation will start from introduction, review of topic which consists of application, working principle and process parameters, and then continue with application and end with summary. So what is mechanical fastening process? Mechanical fastening process is a process of joining two or more components in such a way that they can be taken apart during the product service life or its life cycle, such as shaft couplings, car wheels, engines and bicycles. So the main requirement for this process is that the joint sections must be designed to resist shear and tensile forces as it may be subjected to shear and tensile stresses.
Next is the application of mechanical fastening process. There are 6 applications. First, screw and bolt, nuts and washer, rivets, adhesive, welding, and clips and clamps.
We know that there are a lot of famous methods of fastening that have been applied in industry, and some of the famous are seaming, crimping, fastening, metal stitching and stapling that I'm going to present today. So for seaming, it's actually based on the principle of folding two thin pieces of materials together, and the materials for seaming process should be capable of undergoing bending and folding at very small radii without cracking. And for crimping is actually the process that can be done with beads or dimples which can be produced by shrinking or swagging operations. So crimping working principle actually can be applied on tubular and flat components provided the materials are thin and ductile to undergo large localized deformations. And for fastening, it's a process of joining two components using fasteners such as rivets, threaded fasteners and pins. So fastening requires components to have holes for insertion of fasteners. We know that fastening is the most famous mechanical assembly in the industry. And the last one is metal stitching and stapling. So metal stitching and stapling is actually the ordinary process like we staple our paper. So the operation is fast, but it is only suitable for joining thin metallic and non-metallic materials since it applies the concept of stapling of paper. So in mechanical fastening process, there are a few process parameters that we need to take into consideration, such as fasteners type and size, alignment, material type and thickness, and surface finish. So for fasteners type and size, suitable fasteners must be selected for the joining of the components, since different applications may require specific fasteners with specific characteristics. And for alignment, fasteners should be placed far from the edges of the parts to avoid stress concentration, and the section curvatures should also not interfere with the fastening process, because misalignment can affect the effectiveness of the fastening process. Next, for material type and thickness, material properties and thickness influence the fastening process. So the materials must be thin and ductile to bend and fold over without cracks. For surface finish, the surface finish of the components being joined can impact the friction between the mating surfaces, affecting the torque required for tightening. So the surface must be cleaned and have good surface finish, undergoing the surface finish operation first before being joined together through mechanical fastening process.
Next is the fastening application affected by the parameter involved. First, the application of fastener material and coating. This application will ensure the corrosion resistance, strength, which is the long-term durability, material compatibility. Next is the application of surface preparation and cleanness. It will affect the adhesion and friction between the fastener and material and also ensure the optimal fastener performance. Next, application of joint design and geometry. This application will influence the distribution of force and stress. It also allows precise alignment and positioning. Next, we speed up the assembly process and will enhance the strength and reliability of the fastening. Last is the application of fastener type and size. Fastener type and size used will affect the stability and strength of the joints, will ensure the proper load bearing, and also will prevent the joint failure. Lastly is the summary of the fastening process. The performance of the fastening process will high if it has a high strength and load bearing capacity. It has high durability and corrosion resistance. It is easy to install and have high tightening. And lastly, it is of maintenance and repair. The advantages of this fastener process: it is secure and reliable, easy to install, easy to disassemble and can be reused, and cost effective. The limitation of this process is because of the stress concentration, corrosion, limited load bearing capacity, the aesthetic impact, and lastly is the assembly time for the fastener. That's all from our group for the fastening process. Thank you.